So good morning students. Good morning one and all. Are you able to share my screen? Are you visible screen? Share అవుతుందా?
అవుతుంది.
Okay. Students, I given an assignment to you. So probably the assignment, all the questions are related to first and second unit questions are there. So after completion of the second unit, probably one more class is required to complete the second unit also. So that's why I have to explain all the questions. So in the assignment one, okay. So then only you have to very much flexible to write an assignments. So that's why I not insist you until this time. Okay. After completion of the second unit, probably next class. So I used to explain each and every question in the assignment one. Then only it is possible to cope up with you. So first and second unit are related to amplitude modulation concepts. First unit and second unit related to amplitude modulation concepts. So that the previous class there is a SSP generation methods. So SSP generation is a technique which is used to generate the single sideband wave, that is by filter method and by phase shift method and by reverse method of third method of generation. So please practice all the block diagrams. If you practice the block diagrams, you know that connectivity between the blocks, in between the blocks. If you know the connectivity, you're able to explain which block is to operating on that generation. Okay. So today you have to go for one more generation method, that is vestigial sideband method, VSB generation technique. VSB generation techniques. Before going to that VSB generation, so more clearly know that SSB generation techniques again. Okay, so if you're familiar with SSB generation method, then only easy to understand the VSB generation method. So that's why once again I repeat the SSB generation method without giving any block diagrams. So by the written notes I used to explain the SSB generation techniques. So actually, what is the SSB generation? So in the screen you have to able to see that when the carrier is amplitude modulated by a single sine wave, when the carrier is amplitude modulated by a single sine wave, the resulting signal consisting of three frequencies are there. You know that one frequency is the carrier, another frequencies are side bands. One is upper sideband, another one is the lower sideband. You know that FC plus FM is the upper sideband, FC minus FM is the lower sideband. So for the single signal is modulated, then you appear three components. One is original carrier, another two are lower sideband and upper sideband. So in normal AM system, both the sidebands are and both the sidebands and carrier are transmitted. In general, AM system going to be transmitted these three signals. One is the carrier, two are the sidebands. Those signals may known as DSB-FC, double sideband full carrier. Double sideband full carrier. But we know that carrier signal doesn't have any information. Carrier signal doesn't have any information. Carrier meant for carry the information only. It doesn't have any information. So we can suppress the carrier and we got DSB-SC. If you suppress the carrier, that wave is called as DSB-SC, double sideband suppress carrier. So without suppress the carrier, the signal is SB-FC. Now, as two sidebands carry the same information, there is no need to transmit both the sidebands to convey the information. Okay, that means two sidebands have the same information. That's why no need to transmit two sidebands to convey the information. That's why I can suppress one more carrier, one more sideband. One sideband may be suppressed. The resulting signal may be called as single sideband. The resulting signal may be called as single sideband. So there is a definition of the single sideband also. A modulation process in which the modulated signal contains no carrier component and has only the one sideband is called single sideband modulation. A modulation process in which the modulated signal contains no carrier, has only the single sideband, is known as SSB modulation. Is known as SSB modulation. Just a minute.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is the definition of SS modulation. Now, hello, are you able to see? So the power which is wasted to transmit the carrier and sidebands can put into a single sideband for stronger the signal over longer distance. So this is the essence of SSB modulation. What is that essence? If you transmit a carrier and two sidebands, so the signal occupies more power. So if you suppress the carrier, 80% power is saved. If you suppress one more sideband, so the remaining 10% has to be saved. So the remaining 10%, so 80% is carried by the carrier and 20% by the two sidebands. Among the 20%, one sideband is eliminated. Now the single sideband is there. So the single sideband have the less power. That's why power is saving more, and also the strength of the signal is more. Strength of the signal is more if we generate the single sideband. So that is the more that is a important concept in the SSB generation. Okay, now let us see that there is the waveforms of SSB generation. the waveforms of SSB generation. See that the frequency domain description is there. The frequency domain description, the first wave is spectrum of message signal. It should be the spectrum of message signal. See that 0 FM minus FM. At 0, M of 0 is there. That is magnitude of the signal. This is the message signal spectral components. Message signal have the spectral components of 0 to FM and 0 to minus FM. This is the only message signal. After modulation of message signal with the carrier, then the frequency, 0 frequency is there, and the carrier have FC and the carrier have minus FC. So after modulation takes place, the message signal is translated to, with respect to of FC plus FM and FC minus FM is there. And like minus FC minus FM, minus FC plus FM is there. So with respect to of FC, signal is translated, that is signal is message signal. So now here the representation show that if in the second wave, the spectrum of DSP SC wave is DSP SC wave is double sideband suppressed carrier wave it is. Okay, double sideband suppressed carrier spectral components. So in this, are you observe that there is at FC, the representation takes place in the dotted line. It is not. If it is solid line, that is the DSP FC, double sideband full carrier. If you represent the carrier FC as a solid line, so that is DSP FC, double sideband full carrier. If you represent the dotted line, suppress the carrier. Suppress the carrier. Now, this second spectrum is DSP-SC wave. DSP-SC wave. So that wave is occupied between FC plus FM, FC minus FM. FC minus FC minus FM, minus FC plus FM. So this is the spectrum of DSP-SC. Students observe that ఇక్కడ dotted lines ఉన్నాయి. Dotted line at FC దగ్గర ఉన్నాయి కాబట్టి దీన్ని double sideband suppressed carrier అంటాం. So you know that how can you generate double sideband suppressed carrier signal? By using balanced modulator. By using balanced modulator, double sideband suppressed carrier signal is generated. Okay, so now when the third spectrum is observed, that in the third spectrum, upper sideband is there, that is FC to FC plus FM or minus FC to minus FC plus FM. So in the positive side, that is FC to FC plus FM, negative side, that is FC minus FC to minus FC plus FM. So this is upper sideband spectral component. Upper sideband spectral component. This is the upper sideband. This is the lower sideband. Now can extract the one sideband, that is the upper sideband, suppress the lower sideband here. So carrier is suppressed by using the DSP-SC, and one of the sideband is suppressed by using the filter method. So like you can use any type of method, no? This SSB generation. Already you know that SSB generation block diagram. After DSP-SC signal given to filter, that is the filter method, the filter can suppress one of the sideband, or in the phase method, the phase of the signal is inverted, there is 90 degree phase shift taking place. So in what happens it is in the phase shift method or reverse method of generation means at carrier place, FC at carrier place, carrier frequency and modulating signal frequency both are inverted. Carrier frequency and modulated signal frequency are both inverted. Such a situation is created in the phase shift network. Whether it is phase shift method or it is reverse method. Reverse method also they can use phase shift networks. That you know, in that at a carrier place, two frequencies. One of the carrier frequency, another one is the modulated signal frequency. Both are inverted now. If both are inverted, the signal is cancelled out. So, like a situation is created there. For that, you have to use the 90 degrees phase shift and 90 degrees phase shift. Okay. So this is the third spectrum. Upper sideband is there, and fourth one is lower sideband is there. The fourth one, lower sideband, observe that FC to FC minus FM, minus FC to minus FC minus FM. So above one is the upper side band, below one is the lower side band. Okay, this is the spectral components of SSB wave. Now, there are some advantages of SSB. There are some advantages of SSB. So one of the advantages is the spectrum space occupied by the SSB signal is FM, which is only the half of the AM and DSB. So this reduction in frequency or bandwidth. Okay. Now, one of the advantages, the spectrum occupancy is only the half of the signal is occupied. Only the half of the signal is occupied. That is FM only. So the bandwidth is now compressed. Only the half signal is occupied. That bandwidth is more utilization there. Now the spectrum space occupied by SSB signal is FM, which is only half that of AM and DSB. So this reduction in frequency or bandwidth allow more signals to transmit in same frequency range. So when the signal frequency occupancy range is reduces now, the more signals are able to accommodate. So that is one of the important advantage. The second one is due to suppression of the carrier and one side band, power is saved. So due to suppression of carrier and one side band, the power is saved. So almost 85% the power is saved in this SSB generation techniques. And third one is SSB signal has less bandwidth than AM or DSB. SSB signal is less bandwidth than AM. In AM in the sense double sideband full carrier, DSB means double sideband suppressed carrier. So both SSB has less bandwidth. So there will be less noise on it. Whenever the bandwidth is less, noise also very less. Noise also less. If the noise is less, one more advantage is fading doesn't occur in SSB. Fading means multiple path reception at the receiving end. Multiple paths are reception at the receiving end may call it the fading. So fading due to the errors or due to the noise, fading may occur. So the multiple paths of reception takes place, the fading. If the signal is very narrow, then the multiple paths are reduced. Multiple paths reduced, fading also reduces. That means there is no fading. So these are the important points. The spectrum space is utilized more and power is saved, and also the noise is less and fade is not there. Okay, now, like advantages, there is some disadvantages also there. There are some disadvantages also there. So the disadvantages are the generation and reception of SSB signal is complex. The generation process is very complex in the SSB. SSB is not used for transmission of high frequency signals such as music signals. SSB is not used for transmission of high frequency signals such as music signals. Okay. So this is for low frequency signals only to transmit, not for the high frequency signals or the music signals. Okay, these are the somewhat two disadvantages. Okay, let us see that power relation in SSB wave. Power relation. Already you know that power relation means if you transmit carrier plus two side bands, that occupies more power now. Now you have to cancel the carrier and also cancel one of the side band. The power is saved now. Now that what is the power relation in that SSB? So in the concept, there is some entire power relations of DSP-SC and DSP-FC, DSP, SSB also. So first of all, see that what is the power relation of DSB FC? You know that DSB FC power is the total power transmitted in the AM is total power PT is equal to PC plus power of upper sideband plus power of lower sideband. Power of the carrier plus power of upper sideband plus power of lower sideband. This is the total power of the AM wave. What is the AM wave? This should be the DSB FC, double sideband full carrier. And carrier is there, two sidebands are there. So that is the total power is called carrier power plus upper sideband power plus lower sideband power. Now that relation is carrier power is called AC square by 2R. That is by using the mean square value of the carrier, that is AC square by 2R, like mean square value of the upper sideband, that is M square. Here you can write the mu, but in our general conversation that is M. So mu or M. What is that mu? That is the modulation index. Okay, like M it is already in the previous classes that denoted as M. M is the modulation index. Modulation index is depth of modulation or percentage of modulation. That is AM by AC. Now the M AC square by 8R plus M square AC square by 8R. See that upper sideband power and lower sideband power both are the same. So if you suppress these carrier and another sideband, the remaining is M square AC square by 8R. Now we have to in the DSPFC signal AC square by R is as a common, that is M 1 plus M square by 2. That is now the total is called PC into 1 plus M square by 2. What is PC? AC square by R is the PC now. AC square by 2R is the PC now. Now power is called PC into 1 plus M square by 2. Already you know that this is the AM power formula. AM means DSB-FC signal. DSB-FC signal. That is total power is called carrier power into 1 plus M square by 2. Where M is the modulation index. Okay, now, if the carrier and one band is suppressed, then the total power transmitted is DSB-SC. No, sorry, SSB-SC. If the carrier and one sideband is suppressed, then the total power transmitted is SSB-SC. SSB-SC, single sideband suppressed carrier. Single sideband suppressed carrier. That is power of SSB is equal to power of lower sideband is equal to power of upper sideband. So that means only single sideband is there now. Now that power of single sideband is equal to M square AC square by 8R. That is PC into M square AC square by 2R is a common. That is PC into M square by 4. PC into M square by 4 is the single sideband. So students, please be note the formulas there. For full sideband and with the carrier DSPFC AM signal, that total power is called PC into 1 plus M square by 2. And the single sideband, that is PC into M square by 4. PC into M square by 4. So please note that these two important formulas. So power saved due to transmitting only one sideband component is given by percentage of power saving is, so total power minus single sideband power by total power minus single sideband power by total power into 100. That is a percentage of power saving. That is PC into 1 plus M square by 2 minus single sideband power is M square by 4 into PC by PC into 1 plus M square by 2 into 100. This you can solve this equation there. total power saving is 4 plus m square by 4 plus 2m square into 100. 4 plus m square by 4 plus 2m square into 100. That is percentage of power saving. If m is equal to 1, if m is equal to 1, if m is equal to 1, substitute in this formula 1 plus m square 4 plus m square, that is 4 plus 1 square is equal to 5 by 4 plus 2 into 1 square, that is 4 plus 2 is equal to 6. 5 by 6 into 100. Is it not? 5 by 6 into 100. 5 by 6 into 100. That is 5 by 6 into 100. How much it is? 83.88 power is saving. 83.88 power is saving in the SSB generation. SSB generation లో 83.33 పవర్ సేవ్ అవుతుంది అనమాట. So what is 83.33 power saving? The remaining is how much remaining? How much percentage of remains? Around 6.77, no? That 6.77 is the 6.77 is the single sideband power only. That is the available power. So now the total power saving is 83.88 by single sideband. That is thus 83.88% power is saved due to suppression of the carrier wave and one sideband. Suppression of the carrier wave and one sideband. So now the percentage of power saving with respect to DSB-SC system. So that is with respect of this is the with respect of DSB-FC system. That is the DSB-FC system, AM system. So now the same concept is in the percentage of saving with respect to DSB-SC system. DSB-SC system is DSB-SC means carrier is suppressed there. In the previous one, carrier is there. In the below one, carrier is suppressed there. Now with respect to of DSB-SC, how much power is saving now? That is the percentage of power saving of SSB. Okay, now we know that the total power transmitted in DSB-SC is DSB-SC power is saving, or it is given the modulation index and get the total power like that. Okay, so now the power of percentage of power saving with respect to DSB-SC system now the DSB-SC system is double sideband, carrier is suppressed there. Now the DSB-SC system is power of lower sideband plus power of upper sideband. That is called lower sideband power is called m square by 8 r plus m square s square by 8 r. That is called PC into m square by 2. This is the DSB-SC power. DSB-SC power is PC into m square by 2. So students, please be observed that with respect to of mu, I used to m is the modulation index. So PC square by 2. Now total power transmitted is DSB-SC is total power transmitted in SSC single sideband. That is SSB-SC means lower sideband or upper sideband. That is lower sideband is called upper sideband. Now that is called AC square m square by 8 r is called PC into m square by 4. This is power of SSB. This is the power of DSBS. The power of DSBS is equal to PC in m square by 2. Power of SSB is equal to PC in m square by 4. Now the percentage of power saving is equal. Percentage of power saving is equal to power of DSBSC minus power of SSB by power of DSBSC into 100. That is equal to how much it is? PC into m square by 2 minus PC into m square by 4 by PC and m square by 2 into 100. So that is called PC into m square by 2 minus PC and m square by 4 by PC and m square by 2 into 100. That is called m square by 2 into 100. That is m square by 2 into 100. If m is equal to 1, if m is equal to 1. So m is equal to 1 means then what is that value? What is that value now? You discuss the three concepts there. With respect to of m, allowable modulation is there, and allowable modulation concept is depending upon the m value only. So m less than 1, that is allowable modulation. M is equal to 1, that is also the allowable modulation, provided that at the receiving end, you design a low pass filter is an ideal case. M is equal to 1 also the allowable modulation, provided that you design low pass filter at the receiving end is ideal case. But ideal case low pass filter designing is very complex. That's why you have to use allowable modulation m less than 1 condition. But in the accurate condition, m is equal to 1. The ideal case. That's why m is equal to 1 is used here. If m is greater than 1 is, that's not allowable modulation. That is, the overlapping is occurs, the signal may not be recovered. Signal may not be recovered. That's why if m is equal to 1, then percentage of the saving is equal to 1 by 2 into 100. That is 50% power is saving. So thus 50% power is saving due to that suppression of the one sideband from DSB-SC signal. Whereas in the previous example, 83.3 power saving by SSB with respect of DSB-FC, that is M. Whereas in the in this example, 50% power is saving with respect to of DSB-SC. DSB-FC అయితేనేమో 83.88 power is saving. DSB-SC తో అయితేనేమో 50% power is saving. So that is the concept in this power calculations. Okay, now we go for another concept, that is VSB, vestigial sideband modulation. Vestigial sideband modulation. So now vestigial sideband modulation, when the message signal is contains extremely low frequencies, when the message signal contains extremely low frequencies, SSB modulation is not appropriate. When the message signal is contains extremely low frequencies, SSB modulation is not appropriate. What that means? At low frequencies, message signal is very extremely low frequencies, SSB modulation is not appropriate, because the upper and lower sideband meet at carrier frequency. It becomes difficult to isolate one sideband. In order to isolate one sideband, it's not possible at very low frequency. That's why to overcome this, go for VSB modulation, that is vestigial sideband modulation. Vestigial sideband modulation. So in this modulation, one sideband is passed completely. Students, observe that in this modulation, one sideband is passed completely along with trace or vestigial of the other sideband. Trace and that means the small portion of other sideband is transmitted. One sideband is completely, plus the remaining sideband, the vestigial part, the remaining small part is used to transmit. Complete one sideband plus remaining part, one remaining sideband was small part, that is the vestigial part of that. So that's why this is the vestigial sideband. This technique is mostly used in television transmission. ఈ టెక్నిక్ ఎక్కువ టెలివిజన్ ట్రాన్స్మిషన్ ఇచ్చేస్తాం. ఓకే, నౌ గో ఫర్ దిస్ ఫ్రీక్వెన్సీ డొమైన్ డిస్క్రిప్షన్. the vestigial modulation, go for frequency domain description. The frequency domain description, see that in the spectral components, this is the spectrum of modulating signal or the message signal that is occupied at 0 to FM and 0 to minus FM. The first one. The second one is DSB SC. DSB SC. That is carrier is not there now. Now, with respect to FC, FC plus FM, FC minus FM, FC minus FC plus FM minus F minus FM. So this is the DSB SC. Below that SSB. Below that SSB. Third waveform is SSB. That is FC2, FC plus FM minus FC2 minus FC plus FM. So which sideband is elevated here now? The third one. Upper sideband is elevated. The upper sideband is elevated. FC plus FC2, FC plus FM or minus FC plus FM to minus FC. This is the upper sideband. And the lower sideband is, so see the fourth waveform. Dotted line is there now. Dotted line is the lower sideband. Now what you are doing is the lower sideband, some portion is elevated where the solid line is there now. Solid portion is there now. That is known as a vestigial part. The one sideband is there, that is the upper sideband. Within the lower sideband, some portion is added to the upper sideband. Upper sideband plus some portion of the lower sideband. That is known as the vestigial part. That is FC2, FC plus FM, and FC2, some portion of this. This is mod FE there, no? Mod FE there is the some vestigial part, FV, that is the vestigial part. So this is the spectrum of ESP. Here, the lower sideband is modified into the vestigial part. Okay, the transmitted vestige of the lower sideband component for the removing part of the ESP, the remaining part of the ESP. The transmission bandwidth required by VSB modulation wave is given by the bandwidth is called W plus FV. W plus FV, where W is the bandwidth of the message signal and FV is the bandwidth of the vestigial part. The VSB requires bandwidth almost equal to SSB transmission. So students, please be note. The VSB requires bandwidth almost equal to SSB transmission. It remains the excellent low frequency baseband characteristics of double sideband modulation. So this vestigial modulation is suitable for low frequency components, low frequency signals. So which is limited in the which is a limitation in the SSB generation. SSB generation limitation ఏంటి మనకి లోయర్ సైడ్ బ్యాండ్ దగ్గర మెసేజ్ సిగ్నల్ ఉంటే SSB జనరేషన్ ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ చేయడం అనేది ఫ్రమ్ కాంప్లెక్స్ టాస్క్. సో ఆ కాంప్లెక్స్ టాస్క్ ని ఓవర్కమ్ చేయడానికి విఎస్బికి వెళ్దాం. విఎస్బిలో ఏం చేస్తాం, ఒక సైడ్ బ్యాండ్ ప్లస్ రిమైనింగ్ సైడ్ బ్యాండ్ వెస్టిజియల్ పార్ట్ తీసుకొని ట్రాన్స్మిట్ చేస్తాం. సో దిస్ ట్రాన్స్మిషన్ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు దట్ ఆఫ్ ఎస్ఎస్బి బ్యాండ్ విడ్త్, అంటే మోర్ ఆర్ లెస్ ఈక్వల్. ఎస్ఎస్బిలో మనకి ఏదైతే బ్యాండ్ విడ్త్ ఉంటుందో అదే బ్యాండ్ విడ్త్ విఎస్బి కూడా ఉంటుంది. సో ద పెర్ఫార్మెన్స్ ఆఫ్ ది విఎస్బి ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు దట్ డిఎస్బిఎస్సి సిగ్నల్. The performance of the vestigial part is equal to the DSBS signal. Okay. Now, generation of VSB modulation. Generation of VSB modulated. We go for one generation techniques here. You can generate this VSB modulation by passing double sideband modulated wave through a sideband sharpening filter. Sideband sharpening filter. The filter is designed to provide desired spectrum of VSB modulated wave. So simply, so what is this? Block diagram. M of signal is message signal, and AC cos omega CT or C cos 2FC of T is given to product multiplier. Product multiplier is nothing but balance modulator. The balance modulator output is DSBS signal, double sideband suppressed carrier signal. Now this double sideband suppressed carrier signal is given to sideband Sharp filter. Now that filter is designed to filter out some certain frequency of the components and attenuate the remaining frequency. So such a way you can design a filter. The filter is sharpening filter, sideband sharpening filter. Sideband sharpening filter means which part is going to be available that has to be extracted and remaining part is eliminated. That's why sideband sharpening filter is used. Okay. So the relation between the transfer function of H of F, that's why the entire SSB modulation depends upon the transfer function of the filter H of F. So that the spectrum is S of T, that is VSP wave. Now the VSP wave is S of T is equal to AC by 2 in term of F minus FC plus M of F plus FC in H of F. This is the transfer function concept. This is an output. This is the input. This is H of F. H of F is called output by input now. H of F is output by input. H of F is equal to output by input. What is the output? H of S of T is output. S of F, not T. H of S of F is our output, and the input is the DSP signal. The DSP signal is equal to M of FC F minus FC plus M of F plus FC. Now this is output is equal to transfer function into input. This is the input to transfer function. F is the transfer function. This is the input. It is DSP signal. Now, a demodulation of VSP related wave. Demodulation. So here it is. The generation of VSB is depending upon the sharpening filter, that is F. The filter mechanism కాన్సెప్ట్ ఉందన్నమాట. అంటే మనకి ఏదైతే ఫ్రీక్వెన్సీ ఆఫ్ సిగ్నల్ కావాలో ఆ ఫ్రీక్వెన్సీ ఫిల్టర్ ని డిజైన్ చేసి దాన్ని అవుట్పుట్ తీసుకుంటాం, అదే ఎస్ఆఫ్టీ. ఇప్పుడు మనకి ఎఫ్ఎఫ్ ని డిజైన్ చేయడం అనేది ఇక్కడ ఇంపార్టెంట్ కాన్సెప్ట్. యాక్చువల్గా ఇక్కడ మనం ప్రొవైడ్ చేయలేకపోయినా కానీ సింపుల్ ఒక ఈక్వేషన్ ఇచ్చాం ఇక్కడ. అవుట్పుట్ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు ఇన్పుట్ ఇంటూ హెచ్ఎఫ్ఎఫ్ అని ఇచ్చాం. ఓకే, సో లైక్ దట్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు రైట్ ఇన్ యువర్ examination pattern for demodulation methods of VSP. Like in the demodulation, two methods are there. Like the SSB demodulation, you are seeing that these methods are there. One is coherent detection method, another one is envelope detection method. In the coherent detection method, you know that in this method, the VSP wave S of T is passed through a coherent detection and determine the necessary condition for detector output to provide undistorted message M of T. In this S of T is multiplied with the locally generated wave, that is AC 2 pi FC of T. This is AC bar 2 pi FC of T. This is locally generated carrier, which is synchronization with carrier wave. The both frequencies are the same. The frequency and phase are the same. So I can the previous class also say that coherent detection means which carrier is used to transmit the data and which carrier is used to receive the data. Both signals are the same, carrier signals. The transmitter దగ్గర యూజ్ చేసే క్యారియర్ అండ్ రిసీవర్ దగ్గర యూజ్ చేసే క్యారియర్ బోత్ ఆర్ ద సేమ్ అయి ఉంటే దాన్ని కోహరెన్స్ అంటాం. ద సేమ్ మీన్స్ ఫ్రీక్వెన్సీ సేమ్ అయి ఉండాలి, ఫేజ్ సేమ్ అయి ఉండాలి. ఓకే, నౌ దిస్ ఈస్ there the block diagram is SB signal is detected. Now S of T signal is given, product modulator and local carrier signal, that is AC sir. 2 pi FC of t V of t is given to low pass filter. V naught of t signal as output. So students observed here that if you use the detectors, the end product should be the low pass filter. If you use the detectors, the end product should be the low pass filter. Okay. So for any receiver ended with the low pass filter only. So at the receiver, there is a demodulation. At the receiver, there is a demodulation process. So that is the low pass filter is must for receiver concept. Okay, now V of t equal to S of t into AC cos 2 pi FC of t. Convert into a frequency domain. V of f is equal to AC by 2 S of f minus FC plus S of f plus fc. Okay, we have H of S of f equal to AC by 2 M of f minus fc plus M of f plus fc. H of f, this transfer H of is the transfer function. Substitute S of f in f. Now there is a function like this. So please go through this mathematical equations by passing it through a low pass filter. The low pass filter passes there. What you are going? FC component is eliminated. The remaining component is AC mod by 2 M of f, H of f minus fc plus H of f minus f plus fc is elevated. Condition for generating original message signal with the scaling factor and without any distortion is given as H of f minus fc plus H of f plus fc. That is equal to into H of f, where H of f is the transformation of the filter, transformation of the low pass filter. Okay. So the same as in the envelope detector. See that the SB is given through, whereas in that foreign detection, multiplication is there. In this envelope detector, adder is there. So S of t is given the adder along with the carrier. AC cos 2 pi FC of t. V of t is output of the adder that is given to envelope detector. Envelope detector output is unit of t. Okay. Now this is the mathematical equation of envelope detection. Okay. So go to the mathematical detection ones. And the detector output is distorted by quadrature component MQ of t. To reduce the distortion, can decrease the modulation index KR, can decreases the quadrature phase component M of t. Okay. So in fact, there are some advantages of VSB modulation. So one of the advantages, the frequencies near FC are transmitted without any attenuation. The frequencies are going to be transmitted without any attenuation, and bandwidth is required compared to DSB. And VSB signals are relatively easy to generate compared to SSB. VSB signals are relatively easy to generate. VSB inherit the advantage of DSB and SSB, but avoid the disadvantage at some cost. So there is some comparisons are there. Please do the comparison first. So by using the factors, power, standard A means DSB, FC, SSB, DSB, SC, and VSB. So see that the power is one of the parameter. Power is equal high in the AM, less in the SSB, more medium in the DSB, SC, less than the DSPSC but greater than the SSB in the BSP. See that power. And second one is bandwidth. Bandwidth is 2 FM in the AM and FM in the SSB, 2 FM in the DSPSC, and FM less than bandwidth less than 2 FM in the BSP. And carry suppression. So AM lo no carry suppression, SSB lo carry suppression is there, DSPSC lo carry suppression is there, BSP lo carry no suppression. And fourth one is receiver complexity. Receiver complexity is AM lo receiver is simple to design, SSB lo receiver complex to design, DSPSC lo receiver complex to design, BSP lo simple to design. And modulation type. Modulation type. In AM lo non-linear, SSB lo linear, DSPSC lo linear, BSP lo kuda linear, and SSB is suppression. Sorry, sideband suppression. Sideband suppression is AM lo no sideband suppression because of sidebands and carry along with the AM only. So SSB lo one sideband is suppressed. DSPSP lo no sidebands are suppressed. So BSB lo one sideband suppressed partially, not completely. One sideband is suppressed partially. And seventh point is transmitting efficiency. The transmitting efficiency AM lo minimum, transmitting efficiency SSB lo maximum, transmitting efficiency DSPSC lo moderate, BSB lo moderate. And applications. Applications are AM radio communications are used, SSB point-to-point communication used, and DSPSC point-to-point communication there, and BSB television broadcasting is there. So students, please go through this table of contents. In fact, we discovered the second unit. So probably in the next class, go for assignment questions given an explanation. Okay, and then that we have to submit the assignment. Okay. In fact, you have one more class is there Friday at 4 p.m. I estimate you in that class also you have to solve the old question papers. Okay, so that is the part of assignment questions also in this old question papers, from the old question papers. That's why in the second, in the next class, I used to solve old questions. Okay. So please go to the material ones. So it's a very interesting subject. So practice the block diagrams and mathematical equations. So thank you, Anandar. Stay home and be safe.